question. Somebody give me Romans 13 and 11. I have a question. It's a Robert Carr, man. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
Khan, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Brother, you need a water?
Thank you.
Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK, Delaware. We definitely represent doing some big things.
202 North DuPont Boulevard
That's
in
right.
Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You're sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing.
Yeah. Class don't stop for nothing. What's good, man? I hope y'all can hear me nice and clear. Let me know if y'all can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shalom Yahabah Shem Yahushua Brakathum. To the brothers, Shalom Shema out of Thumba Shem Yahushua. You know what I mean? To the sisters, this is ISUPK Delaware. Y'all know ISUPK started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under command of Johanna. And of course, we teach the truth according to these scriptures, man, that the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native American are the true children of the house of Israel, man. So, you know what I mean? I'm Officer 500 Azal War.
Trooper Y. Quam, out of Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right. We representing, you know what I'm saying? We out here. Oh, Thawada Yaquari, you know what I mean? Shalom y'all thumb by Shem Yahushua to you, sis. Appreciate you always checking in, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So yeah, man, how was everybody's week? You know, well, shoot, we just kicking off the week, right? But you know what I mean? The weekend was dope, you know what I mean? Had a good time with the brethren. You know what I mean? Watching the fight together, that was a good time. You know what I'm saying? We seen somebody all that talk they was doing, man. I guess it ain't fair too well, man. Sometimes it's good just to shut your mouth, ain't it? Sometimes it's good not to just be so, you know what I mean, boastful. I understand you want to believe in yourself, but sometimes it's good just to, you know what I mean, just be humble and say, hey, you know, we'll see what happens on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? My man said, I don't know how he gonna knock. He ain't gonna knock me out on the head, man, but he caught you to that body though. You know what I mean? But hey, that was something else, man. It was and no, we not out here promoting discord between brethren. But it was a good fight nevertheless, man. You know what I mean? What about you, White Quim? How was your weekend and everything, man?
It was too wild, sir. Watched the fight. We watched the fight in Smyrna.
Right. Con. Yeah, I mean, had some good libations, a good fight. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so we're gonna get into it today, you know what I mean, as from the title as usual. You know, watch your thoughts, watch your mouth and watch your thought and your thoughts. You know what I mean? Be careful what you say, and even be careful what you think. You know what I mean? You got to be careful, man, because your thoughts can sometimes turn into your characteristic. You know what I mean? And the way it goes is, your thoughts, they end up becoming words. You know what I mean? You begin to speak some of the things that you're thinking. And then sometimes what you say, you start putting an action to it. And then sometimes that action becomes a habit, and then that habit then becomes a part of your character. You know what I mean? So watch what you thinking, man. Watch what you putting on your brain, man. You should, if you in the UPK, man, you should be in class. You should be in class. You should be watching class. You should be getting as much as you feel. You know what I mean? From the brothers in the ISUPK. I mean, we on all day. Good night. You know what I'm saying? You can catch us in the morning, you catch us in the afternoon, catch us in the evening. You know what I'm saying? And block out some of the things that might have been your vice. You know what I mean? You got some brothers out here that might have had issues with pornography and going to strip clubs and things like that, man. You know what I mean? That's a heavy demon to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to replace those thoughts. You know what I mean? The way to replace those thoughts sometimes is to replace it with scripture. You know what I mean? Replace it, you know what I mean, with these classes, with Bible study and things like that. You know what I mean? Know that thing is a sin and reject the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Some people thoughts is on weed, man. We just had 420 not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop thinking about the weed. They thinking just because 420 that they smoking something, they want to smoke extra crazy on that day, and come to find out now that's your new level. now every day you want to smoke like you was just smoking on 420. You know what I mean? It's just getting worse and worse. So you need to replace that, you know what I mean, that habit with a new habit, getting in class, going to camp, you know what I mean, making yourself accountable, making yourself visible, you know what I mean? So but that's not what this one is about. Watching, this is really about brotherhood. You know what I mean? I'm really going to kind of get on that. And as usual, like I like to say, I'm not going to be before y'all too long, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is about brotherhood, man. And how we should treat one another. You know what I mean? How we shouldn't talk about one another. You know what I mean? How we shouldn't lie on one another. You know, we should prefer our brothers over anybody. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that we definitely want to focus on today. You know what I'm saying? So let's get on out to the starting off. Let me get the Philippians chapter 2. Almost sound like a Baltimore cat. Chapter 2. All right. And we're going to start at verse 14. Philippians chapter 2. And I'm going to get there with you, Salakia. I bought my old trusty dusty out today. All right. Let me know when you're there. You there?
Right, so.
Oh, okay. Work. Take your time.
Well,
Hey,
what chapter?
we're going to Philippians chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 14.
So chapter 1.
Chapter 2 and verse 14. All right.
That'll be for Hebrews.
Huh? Yeah. Philippians, right before Thessalonians, right before Colossians, right after Ephesians. Always remember that table of contents. If you can't find it.
I got it. I kind of.
All right. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 14.
Book of Philippians chapter 2 verse 14. Do all things without murmur and disputing.
That's right. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, man. You know what I mean? That's how we should move. You know what I mean? If a brother be like, hey, do me a favor. Go get that for me real quick. I need you. Can you do me a favor and go get that ice? Don't be like your children be. Oh man, why I gotta do it? Why I gotta? No, man, just kind of one kind. You know what I mean? That's how we should move. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that, listen, even doing something as small as that, it can cause a little discord, man. Because now I gotta check you. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta check you. Now it's gotta like, look, all right, man. Every single time I ask you to do something, you wanna come back at me and fight me on it. When it's just as simple as going over there and doing this. We grown men. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody gives that order out, man, just follow the order. You know, it's that simple. And it shows respect, you know what I mean, one to another. You know what I mean? If a brother asks you to do something, then you know, hey, no sweat. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, oh man, goodness, man, why don't you ask him, man? You always asking me. You know what I mean? So you got you know, do all things without murmuring and disputing. Go ahead.
Verse 15, that ye may be blameless
Mm-hmm.
and harmless,
Mm-hmm.
the Son of God, without rebuke,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of a crooked and perversion nation,
Perverse. Uh-huh.
like a perverse nation, among which ye shine as lights in the world.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, how it's going to look when we working among each other and we doing things among each other and we disputing and we murmuring among each other. You know, how that's going to look to these other groups. How it's going to look to these pastors. Oh, they ain't nothing. They no different than the people in the world. They no different than the people in the church. You know what I'm saying? They no different than anybody. They the same as everybody else. But we supposed to be the light. We supposed to be an example. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we should move. We shouldn't move where we showing discord amongst one another and we fighting one another and we can't get nowhere and we're getting nothing done. You know what I mean? That's not how we move here in the UPK. I haven't seen it. You know, I have never seen where somebody was like, "Hey, bro, can you do this?" Even if, I don't care what your rank, you know what I mean, is on that. You know what I mean? We just brothers, you know what I mean, when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Salakia, can you do this for me? Hey, man, no sweat, man. I got you. You know what I mean? No. And matter of fact, how many times have you seen this? Hey, bro, go ahead, man. You got it, man. You want that? Anybody want this pizza? Yeah, no, you got it. You got it. No, you got it. No, man, you got it, man. You got to almost fight somebody to get some things. You know what I'm saying? No, you got it. You got it. No, man. This good. You go ahead, man. No, man. No, man. You deserve it, man. You hungry, man. I ain't seen you eat all day. All right, man. Dang. You know what I'm saying? That's how we work together. We might dispute and who gets the blessing. You know what I mean? That's one thing that we get, but we ain't gonna sit there and fight over, you know what I mean? Oh, he asked me to do this and he always asks me to do, and then go tell your brother behind his back, yo, I don't like that brother Wyatt Kwum, man. I don't like Triple Wyatt Kwum, man. You know what I mean? He don't never do nothing around here. You know what I mean? I don't like that boy, man. Saying, bro, what you think about him? I mean, that's my boy. I mean, you don't think, you know what I mean? He think he fly and stuff. You seen him at the Passover? Man, he swore he was Wyatt Kwum was killing him at the Passover. You saw him at the Passover, man. He think he fly, man, pouring wine and stuff, man. I want to pour wine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's you know, that's something that we don't do here in the UPK, man. You know what I mean? We make sure to reverence the brothers that's above us, and even the brothers that's below us. You know what I'm saying? That's ranked under us, man. We were there too. You know what I mean? I was a trooper before. You know what I'm saying? And that's a glorious position to uphold, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot that's put on our troopers. It's a lot that's put on our officers of 50s and officers of 500s, thousands, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So we don't take none of that for granted. You know, so if somebody is asking them to do something, man, they're not asking just to be a pain in the butt. They asking because the order has been given, and you know things need to get done. And we got to be examples. We got to show that we have we know how to handle order. We know how to deal with order. You know what I mean? So shut your mouth. Stop all the disputing. Stop all the murmuring. Stop all the bickering and complaining. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta know when to keep your mouth shut and just follow the order. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Christ, that I have not run in vain, neither
Labored.
labored in vain.
Labored in vain. Exactly, man. Like we doing this so that one day Christ will return, man. You know what I mean? That he didn't die in vain. You know, that he did he ran his race. Now we running this race, and we holding the line together as a group, as an organization, until he returns. And he ain't gonna find us out of order. He ain't gonna find us bickering, complaining. He's not gonna come back and be like, God dang, I went through all that for these dudes to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come back and see us holding the line like when he left. Like, oh man, these brothers, they love each other. They working together as a unit. You see what I'm saying? I listen. I died for the right people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our goal is, man. You know what I mean? Upon Christ's return. Let me get 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 20. Right around the corner. 2 Corinthians 12 and 20.
Book of Corinthians, chapter 12. So like he said, chapter 12.
Yep, chapter 12 and verse 20. 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians, chapter. You said 12, right?
Yeah, chapter 12. Come on, man. Get your page turning game up, man. Right there. It's only, yeah.
Second, book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse
20.
20.
Yep.
For I fear lest when I come, I shall not find you such as I would.
Yeah. That's right. He feared that when he comes and he returns, how do you think Christ when he comes, when he returns and he finds us not, just like I was saying, not in order. You see what I'm saying? That's a fear. Like, nah, go ahead.
And that I shall be found until you at such as ye would not.
Right. You're not like Christ. And Christ is not like you. Go ahead.
Least there be debates. Invert. Like
envyings.
Mm-hmm.
Wraths.
Strifes. Backbitings. Whisperings. Swellings.
Tumults. Yeah. We you think that's what the Most High want to find when he returns, man? Us backbiting one another. Like this is what, God hates that, man. God hates somebody who talks about another person and murmurs or lies about another brother. You know what I'm saying? He hates that because that does nothing but cause destruction. You know what I'm saying? Even if that person is found to be in false and found to be wrong, sometimes we still gonna look at that person a certain type of way. Dang, why he saying that about Bull? He must have did something. You know what I'm saying? He must have been something, man. I don't know about homie. I mean, he might have been lying, but I'm just saying, what up with dude though? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful of how you treat one another, man. We should hold us high at a high standard. We should treat each other. We shouldn't just talk to one another here in the UPK. We shouldn't just talk to one another like we do brothers in the street, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we definitely we cool with one another in the way we deal with one another, but sometimes you got to be careful of how you deal with your higher ranking officers, man. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just go up to be like, hey, nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Khan with Khan, sir. Khan with, especially when, you know what I mean, when we amongst each other and amongst other schools, man. You know, we all should hold each other at that same regard. And it's respect of that office, man. Because these brothers have done a lot to get where they are. You know, this is not an easy task. It's not an easy task to go out on these street corners and just get rejected by your own people. It's not an easy task to be at home every day and get rejected by your own family. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, have some respect. You see, you know what I'm saying? If like I said, don't hesitate to say "kana on kan" when somebody gives that order. You know, don't hesitate. Even if you don't agree with that order, your response should be "kana on kan." You know what I mean? And that's how you refrain from a lot of disputings. If there's a problem, if somebody has you do something that is so wrong that you feel is just, oh man, you know, he be having me do too much. He just wanted to be treating me like a slave. Then you know what? I tell you what you do. You do what you're told. You do the order, and then you approach that brother. Because that's what the scripture says, man. If you have an ought with a brother, you go to him and him alone. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Salakia, sir, you know, I didn't like how, you know, you asked me, you know what I mean, to go to the milk and to run through the aisles to get the milk. you told me to shuttle through the daggone aisles to get the milk and hurry up and run back. You know, I didn't like how you told me to do that. And if he'd be like, man, stop being a bitch. I mean, I always do that. I always tell you to do stuff. I tell people to do stuff like that all the daggone time. You just being a punk. Then your response should be kind of one kind, sir. I think we need to go to council. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But you go to that brother, you go to him and him alone. In most cases, we're like, oh, hey, you know, I ain't mean nothing by that. Hey, Salakia, I got you, no sweat. You know what I mean? And that's how that is. Because sometimes we just be harsh, and sometimes we just be in a rush, and sometimes things got to get done quick, fast, in a hurry. Sometimes the pressure is on. You know what I mean? And we moving just how we moving. But it's not done to disrespect or to make anybody feel small. You know? So if a brother is offended, that's the last thing we want to do is offend any of our brothers. You know what I mean? So always remember that, man. All right, let me get Psalms chapter 19 and verse 14. Let me get there with you. All right, Psalms 19 and 14. 19 and 14.
Book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Let the words of my mouth and
And the meditations
of my heart be accepted in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
Exactly. I remember this used to be something they used to say at the end of church. You know what I mean? Right at the oh man, right at the I just had to laugh, man, because right after church, I used to go smoke weed. Right at. I was like, I'm gonna meditate on that. But yeah, let the Salakia, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart, so that, you know, be acceptable in thy sight. Like what you say and what you thinking. You need to watch what you say. You need to watch what you thinking, man. You see what I'm saying? Because the Most High sees and knows the hearts of man, and He knows that the heart is wicked. You know what I'm saying? So the words of the words of your mouth and the words of your heart, man, it should be acceptable. You should be thinking about that, man, because you think that what you got going on in your head, don't nobody else know about. That's just between you and yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's between me. That's only me. That's between me and thee. You know what I'm saying? So you think nobody knows, but the Most High knows, man. He knows your inner thoughts. He knows what you're thinking. So watch what you're thinking, man. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say and what you think. because guess what? What you think will eventually spill out. Like I was just telling y'all before. You know what I mean? What you think becomes at some point will be what you say, and what you say is how you act. And your act eventually will become a part of your characteristic. You know, so you gotta watch some of the thoughts that you might have. You like how they like to say in the church. If you have already thought about doing something with a woman, you've done it. You done already done it. If you looking at another man's wife, you done committed adultery, bruh. You done committed adultery because it's on your thought. It's on your brain. You thinking about it. You might then eventually act on it. You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be looking at another man's wife. Shouldn't be looking at another man's rib. You got your own rib. You know what I mean? You can look at her all you want. You can look at all these other women out here all you want and get you another rib if you want. You see what I'm saying? Why you got to look at another man's rib? You know what I'm saying? And he'll catch you one time because you'll be sitting there, and sometimes brothers ain't got no poker, but they just sitting there looking like, damn, damn, damn. And then the brother be looking at him like, hey, yo, you good? What you looking at, man? Oh, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You might do something crazy, like even act on it one time. Girl, you looking mighty nice today. You looking mighty fine. Start using them old biblical. You fine as wine. you trying to holler on the low, man. Your husband ever tell you he got another ring? Sorry, start throwing discord in their relationship. You know what I mean? You never know what you might do when you let that thing build up, man. So don't watch what you thought, watch what you thinking, and of course, watch what you say. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. You see what I'm saying? Very clear, man. You got anything? You got anything to say? Or you good, White Quam?
I'm good, sir.
You good? All right, let's go to James chapter 3 and verse 5. James in the New Testament, towards the end. Book of James chapter 3 and verse 5. Right before Peter.
The book of James, chapter 3, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, the tongue is a little member.
Ooh wee.
And a boasteth.
Mm-hmm.
Great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Yeah, man. Like look, think about this, man. I don't care how big you are as a man or how little you are as a man. This right here, this tongue, this thing can start wars, man. You know what I'm saying? This thing, like think about it like this. It's like I use this as an analogy. I tell them as a tugboat can pull 10 times its weight. You see what I'm saying? It could pull a whole cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to understand is that what steers that tugboat? You know what steers that tugboat? That little wheel. You see what I'm saying? That's what moves the whole vessel. Without that wheel, that thing ain't going nowhere. You got this big old giant cruise ship that you want to take a cruise on and go, you can go wherever you want to go in this world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that big old cruise ship that you got is steered by that little behind wheel. Tells it to go left, tells it to go right. You know what I mean? Oh, we can't go over there. It's choppy over there. Let's go this way. Hey, Shalom Yahaba Shem Yahshua Captain Zaniya. Who else we got in the shop in this joint? You know what I mean? Not Shalom Latin Christ. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's this right here. This right here can get you in a world of trouble. A world of trouble. Your mouth can get you into what's the I forget the saying. I can't even think of the saying right now. Don't let your mouth get you into something that your ass can't get you out of. You know what I mean? Many fights have started because a dude want to have a whole bunch of mouth but can't fight a lick. You know what I mean? like Kevin Hart's Uncle Richard Jr. Yeah, shoot program all day, every day. You ready to go night night? like Kevin Hart's pop, he said Pop talk all that trash and got his butt whipped by his neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like you be careful what you say out your mouth, man. If you can't back it up, shut your mouth. Shemai.
Had them octopus hands.
Yeah. He was like, which one of y'all hit me? You know what I'm saying? They out here jumping me. Ain't nobody jumping you, Dad. It's just you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it'd be the little guys too, man. Shouts out to the little homies, man. But they bark, but got no bite. That's like the pastor, man. You know what I mean? That's like the pastor telling you all this stuff and ain't telling you nothing. Ain't warning you of nothing. No ain't doing nothing. No warning of oncoming danger or nothing. Not preparing you how to, because we're supposed to prepare for the Most High's return. You're supposed to prepare for Christ's return, man. And they not doing anything. They're not using that tongue for good. They're using it only for bad, to keep you lost so that you can continue to give into their pockets. And they take that money. They don't even give to the people, man. They go out and they buy big old houses and say they deserve to have it. Like, what's crazy? One thing I'm working on this. I'm working on this study about these heathens and them being able to lead with our book, and how detrimental it has been for our people, even for their own people. You know what I mean? Like look at Jim Jones, look at David Koresh, look at some of the Asian. There's a lot of Asian cults out there that use the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they have no business having access to our scriptures. And you see what they do. They all use those scriptures to basically find some benefit to their own selves, to their own belly. You know what I mean? And it's a shame, but unfortunately, some of our people have learned from them. And as a result, we end up doing the same thing. I remember it was this one dude, he had a court hearing, and he was talking about all the money. They was questioning him on all the money that he made from the church and the people, and how he was able to have this big old house, and he's wearing all these expensive clothes, and they was running down everything. They was running down his daggone. I'm telling you, when I finish with this one, I'm gonna do a whole I don't know if I do a lecture on this thing, but it's gonna be something. I'm gonna show you how these dudes, like this dude did he had to show everything that he spent, all the money he spent. And he was spending like $10,000 on shoes, on belts. And he inside, they talking to him. They be like, yeah, so why did you need $10,000 for this belt? He was like, well, because they always talking that soft, like they just got finished preaching and all their voices going. Yeah, so how much you said it was for? Yeah, so I need a special type of belt to hold up my pants. That I don't use regular belts because they might snap. So I need to have a Gucci belt, and the buckle needs to show. The buckle needs to show. So yeah, you're talking about. Hey, so what about this house that you have? This $3 million house. Your parishioners, the people in your church, they can hardly afford to live where they live, but you have this big old house. Yeah. How much you said that? Okay, yeah, it was 3 million. The people, we sometimes come there and we have marriage resorts. They come to my house and we have a session, a marriage session, and they all stay at my house. And nobody's staying at that daggone house, man. You don't even let your folks in the driveway. I remember being a daggone in the church and actually hear the pastor say, "Y'all not supposed to come to the pastor's house. Not everybody should just be around me." You know what I mean? Because I'm up here. You know, I've worked hard to get to this point. Now, not everybody can. When you need counseling, we'll meet at the church. You ain't gonna come to pastor's house.
Don't you say I did.
And don't you say I did. Yeah, man. No, man. You're not even going. You ain't gonna step foot on pastor's land, man. That plane y'all paid for was not for the church. That was for pastor to get around and him to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's crazy, man. Let's read that again. James, what's it?
James 3 and 5.
Yeah.
The book of James, chapter 3, verse 5. No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like it.
Oh, you move. Oh, okay, good.
The book of James, chapter 3, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, how great matter a little fire kindle.
A little fire kindle, man. Imagine the thing that you can do with that tongue, man. That tongue killed Christ. You know what I mean? That tongue saved that woman from being stoned. You see what I'm saying? That tongue got Stephen killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that tongue is something else. Because all you with the things that you say out of your mouth can start wars, man. Can start wars. You know what I mean? that tongue ruined Rosewood. That tongue burnt Wall Street. Burnt down Black Wall Street. It was a nigga, it was. Ain't that what she said? Ain't that what she said? You know what I mean? That little member, that one woman, that's all it took was one woman to burn down all of Black Wall Street, because she said that man tried to attack her. And that just started everything. Be mindful of what you say. Be mindful of what you think, you know, because you never know. How many people try to say some things against the UPK? This tongue is going to save millions of lives, man. This tongue has already saved lives. You know what I mean? What Commanding General Yohana says, and when he gives that order, this tongue has said, "Fall on during the Kentucky 8." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This tongue sent out the message that for Acuna, you know what I mean, for them to go out there and do what they did. The tongue is a powerful thing, and it can be something that we can use to lift up our people, or something that can be used to destroy our people. That's why we got to be, we are very mindful, man. We don't just, that's why it's a process when you come into the UPK. You don't come into UPK and then right away you start teaching. You know what I'm saying? You got to study. You got to study to show yourself approved, man. You come up in here, you in all black. The best you can do is read. You know what I mean? And then once you get that all in, and you get the precepts in, you get the milk in, and you ready, then you can go out and teach. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, when you first come into the truth, I listen, I'll be the first to tell you, man, you'll get what's called Bible Tourette's. You'll get Bible Tourette's, man. Somebody can't say nothing on Facebook when you first come in the truth, man. Somebody can't say they say something on Facebook and you like, oh heck no. Nah, he said this, and you about to get carpal tunnel because somebody said something on, nah, Shemai, man. Just chill. Let them have it. You know what I mean? You got time for every battle on Facebook. You know what I mean? When you first come into that truth. But when you start to learn, and you learn how to deal with everybody wisely, you know what I mean? Harmless, would say, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You know what I mean? When you start learning how to deal with it, then it's just like, all right, I'm gonna chill. You know what I mean? I ain't going to jump on this person's neck. I'm gonna wait until the proper time to have that discussion. All right. Let's get a little bit more here. Let's go 1 Peter chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil.
Dang, going right. Watch your mouth, man. If you love life, you know what I mean? You're not going to say any evil things to somebody, man. You're going to keep yourself from saying evil things, especially about your brother, especially about anybody, man. You got a brother that's in jail and he doing time, hard time, and you on the outside talking all types of stuff about him. You saying all types of stuff. He wasn't nothing anyway. You out there, that's what I'm gonna smash his rib and everything. And he in the inside just thinking about it. You know, his homies is telling me, yo, man, what's up with your boy? I thought that was your man. And he out here saying all types of crazy stuff about you. For real? My man? Yeah. Yeah, he talking about how you did this when y'all was kids and he was this and you did this. Dang, that really did happen. He the only one that knew about it. Yeah, he spread it all out. He's saying this, blah, 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 blah. Dang, that's crazy. When that brother get out, what do you think he doing while he in jail? He lifting weights. He doing push-ups, building all upper body strength. Nothing on the legs, though. Coming out looking like he gonna come out looking like the letter Y. Coming out strong. Yo, I heard you said this about me, and then he about to die. He about to go back in because now he just built up so much hate that he just want to do something to you because you've been telling lies and you've been speaking evil. You done shorted your life. How many of look at Vaughn, man, King Vaughn. All the evils that he had spoke about his ops and killing the people and saying it right there on the songs, killing them and then making a song right afterwards, going on Twitter, saying this and saying that. And then getting towards the end of his life, now he's talking about, you know, I can't even hang out like anybody else would hang out. You know, I'm paranoid. No wonder you paranoid. You've been speaking evil on everybody this whole time, man. Of course it's going to come back to you. Ain't that what the scripture says? Scripture's telling you, man, if you want long life, you need to cut that out. Give me some more on that.
Cut on one, sir. And his lips that they speak no guile.
Speak no guile. You lips speak no guile, man. You like keep your mouth on the good things, man. Speak good things. You know what I mean? Keep peace. If you got if you got an ought against your brother, then take it to your brother. You know, don't talk about him behind his back. That's just feminine. Honestly, that's like there's no other way to put it. That's just feminine, man. I mean, that gossiping, that talking about, like, who does that? Oh man, you know this. I don't like how he do this. I want to take it, and don't bring it to me, man, because then I'm gonna think that you think I'm that dude. You think I'm that type of dude. I ain't that type of dude. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take offense to you coming to me. I'm gonna take offense to you coming to me and figure that you could talk about my brother. Like, who you think I am to be coming to me talking about another brother in the UPK? Like, nah, I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? He be doing some extra stuff. All right, well, take it to him, man. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because that's go ahead.
Like if I could, yeah, it'd be like, and why you comfortable telling me?
Right.
Yeah, you trying to play me, like you trying to downplay me.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying. What you think? I guess I'm that dude, man. Dang, I need to change my ways, man. If you think I'm that type of dude, like that, you know, we had a brother, you know what I mean, in here, and he was like, yeah, man, I don't know if I want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you mean? Yeah, nah, man, you don't think we, you know what I mean, gotta do all this stuff? Yeah, nigga, what you talking about? Man, I don't think it gotta be all like that, man. So, man, listen, man, go join IUIC then. Go join IUIC. Maybe you in the wrong group, man. Go join one of these other groups out here. You know what I'm saying? Because they have proven it's been brothers that lead their school and they start their own things. Ain't gonna be none of that here, man. Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna sit here and be like, oh, you gonna die and stuff like that. But Lord be with you. That's all I can say. I've heard the stories. I've definitely heard the stories. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in the truth just to get the information so I can go off on my own and do my own thing. You know, there's some people that might even have those intentions. You know, and that's why we try to spare it. You got to be careful. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Shoot, that's let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. All right, and I'm gonna end on this one right here. I mean, you gotta we get plenty of scriptures for brotherhood, man. Plenty of scriptures, because that's the one thing that we need in order for us to take our rightful place on this earth. We need brotherhood. We need to know exactly how to treat one another in every aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be not one piece of information that that is missing in understanding, you know, how we should treat one another. You know what I mean? When a brother gets food, how should he treat his brother? When a brother gets paid, how should he treat his brother? You know, when a brother gets a new car, how should he treat his brother? Like everything. What's mine is yours. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Wyatt Quam? What's mine is yours, man. You know what I mean? And listen, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we should definitely strive to be, because you want to know why the Most High said that, be ye perfect because I'm perfect. You know what I mean? So we gotta be like Christ. If you're in the UPK and you don't understand that, then what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? What we doing here, being in the school of UPK, if we're not willing to die for our brother, if we're not willing to sacrifice for our brother. You know what I'm saying? You got that?
It's like you said,
Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7.
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter.
Oh. Hold up. I ain't even there with you. Hold on a second. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus
chapter 6.
Chapter 6 and verse 7.
Kind on, sir. Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 7. Mm-hmm. All the labor of men is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. Verse 8. Mm-hmm. For what have the wise more than...
Hold on, you at 6?
Last slacky. I was at 8.
Yeah, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Verse 7. All the labor of men is
for... You in Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha.
Oh, lies, sir. I ain't got the Apocrypha with me. I think I left it at the school.
All right, no sweat. I got it right here. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Listen, man, this right here, that's key scripture right there, man. Prove him first. That's what we do in the UPK. You see what I'm saying? Prove him first. Don't be so quick to call somebody a friend. You know why? Because they going to show, like Maya Angelou says, if a man shows you who he is, believe him. He going to show you who he is, and you done called him your friend. You done, and I tell my son this all the time, man. Like, because you know, kids they don't understand friends. You know what I mean? They don't understand yet. You see what I'm saying? They don't understand because they don't understand that a friend, somebody will hurt them. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. What Hey, Salakia, Aquar, Salakia. But yeah, they don't understand that a friend will hurt them, man. They haven't experienced that yet. So you got to tell them, like, listen, don't be so quick to call somebody your friend, because and a lot of times people are selfish, man, and they tend to be your friend for their own reasons, to use you. It's something that you have that they like, you know what? I can benefit from that. So, I'm be cool with him because, you know, he always got money, or he got a car. You know what I'm saying? He got DJing equipment. That was most of my homies was DJs, man. So we always had a party to go to. And we was the first ones there and the last ones to leave. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, you had to have your friend that had the equipment, had to have the friend that had the car. You know what I mean? The one friend that get the girls, another friend that know how to dance, everything. You know what I'm saying? So people would just use one another. That's what it is, man. You better learn, what I mean, who your friends are. I was lucky enough to get up here in the school, UPK, up over here in Delaware, man. I'm gonna tell you, who my friends is. My man's is Captain Tazayawan. That's my man, 50 grand. You know what I mean? Officer Thashayim. That's my man, 50 grand. You know what I mean? Like these are people that I have proven. You know what I mean? We hung out plenty of times. You know what I mean? I hang out with Cap all the daggone time. Captain Tazayawan, Captain Aria. I'm name dropping. I feel famous. I feel famous saying these brothers' name because they mean that much to me, and I die for these brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that these are people that we hang with all the daggone time. I know everything. You know what I'm saying about these brothers. I can even do my Captain Tazayawan's voice. God. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I've proven him. And I remember when I first came into school, man, Captain wasn't fooling with me like that. He wasn't like, oh, you my man. We gonna hang together. No, it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was all right, class over, go home. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that was that. You know what I'm saying? It took time to be up in here and show that I was real in the battle. I was here every Sabbath. I was here every camp. You know what I mean? We battle together. I'm in his head. I'm asking him questions. So that's what it took. Now that's bro right there, man. You know what I mean? Don't matter what time I can hit him up, and don't matter what time he hit me up. You know what I mean? You my man's too, Wyatt Quum. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we still proving one another. You know what I'm saying? We're still a lot we need to learn about one another. You know what I mean? I need to know when they say go to ground, we gonna go to ground. You know what I'm saying? When they say fall on them, we gonna fall on them. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it takes. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with taking your time and learning somebody and giving them privileges. You give them bit by bit. And I tell my son, these are who your friends is. Your friend is the one that comes over my house. You've been over his house. I know his mom. They know your mom. That's your friend. You see what I'm saying? Your people those folks in your school, those are associates. Those are associates. That's who they are. You know what I mean? That's those are what's another word for associates? That's just look, they not your close friends. You prove your friends. Classmates. Exactly. That's your classmates. That's all you get from them. You know what I mean? The one thing y'all got in common is school. You might go to a roller skating party or a dance. That's about as far as you go. But y'all not really proven friends. Your boy Nate, he gonna go to ground for you. He gonna fight for you. He gonna punch before you punch, and you gonna punch before he punch. That's how that roll, man. But yeah, man, prove your friends. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do in the UPK. You know what I mean? So, and we have respect for one another, and we treat one another with high regard here, man. And the same thing for y'all sisters. I know y'all sisters is listening too, and I know said that you ain't got to tell sisters twice about that. Sis is gonna prove you first, boy. I ain't gonna just be your friend. I don't know nothing about you. You might be trying to be after my man. I know how y'all do. Yes, I know about you. But yeah, man. Hey, with that, man, did you have anything else, Wyatt Kwam?
No, I would just say, great topic. Just pay attention to what you be thinking and watch what you say, and don't.
And don't you ever say I did. Yeah, we gotta do a skit on that. That we definitely gonna do that, man. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. Yeah, man. But yeah, hey, with that, man, I appreciate y'all checking in and everything. Appreciate y'all being with me one time. Hey, to all the brothers in the school, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakathum. You know what I mean? All the sisters, Shalom Shema Alathum by Hashem Yahushua. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all paying y'all tithes, you know what I mean, to this truth. You know what I mean? Feast of First Fruits is the next high holy day. And pretty soon, man, I mean, before you know it, make sure y'all get y'all passports because something big coming up. We're supposed to be going to London, man. And I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean? I believe it's the Feast of Tabernacles going to be in London at the King James Castle. So that's going to be amazing. I'm looking for more information to drop on that so we can get prepared and ready. Boy, I tell you, boy, we just got over Passover, boy. This year, boy, I'm going to be tight in the pocket, but I'm trying to hit up everything, man. But yeah, pay your tithes, man. That's most definitely do that, man. And the Lord will bless you. All right. With that being said, we're going to say shalom. And I'm going to go ahead and go out to a video right quick. All right.
You're going to come back with an accent.
Yeah, I'm going to learn how to speak. I don't know how to do their accent right now. I butchered it the last time. But yeah, man. All right. Hey, shalom, Lord Christ.
One Westboro.
Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Handle lights and teddy bears. I'm trying to leave your block romantic. Flicking off the hip. I lead a scene looking like I'm dancing. Ain't one Westworld. Best believe we not gonna stand big titties on a drum. The stick figure looking outstanding. Rip his top with the hands of the Lord. Call that God tears. Send a spear right to the sky and watch his front tear. I'm that nigga cause I run with them niggas. So let's get that clear. Don't question who say I'm the GOAT. I tell them God did. Order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. To me that's suicide. Of course I sound cocky to a glizzy eater. Fuck your pride. Don't need a horoscope to see I'm a star, so fuck your sign. You can believe in anything you want, but as for me and mine, God mode. I am what I am, so let's just keep in mind. Don't wanna be like yeah, Kyrie, they wanna be like I. She said she lost until she found me, and then she found a tribe, and then I make a bout face until she called me out of wine. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal. I was born in it. You converted. This is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. All time, no questions asked. We come and find you. His problems, my problems, and I'm standing behind you. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit of my product. I take on the crowd, tell them all, throw in the towel. Half moon with a silencer, make it sound like a howl. We the shit, we about movements with a growl. Heavy is the head with the crown. When I take it, I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. I make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that mean we laughing, nigga. Jumped on the beat, start snapping. You